Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. If you want to drop a donation, feel free. And the commentary will be on Anchor. Now let's just get into it. So I've had time to cool down a little bit and just think about some of the things why we got beat by like that. And if you actually watch my last video, my Ohio State pregame, I said a lot of this stuff, though. I said, will Don Brown be able to handle this business? No. We won't be able to run on them, and we couldn't. I was actually impressed with the offensive line for the most part. But what I saw from this game was, I'm gonna get to Don Brown last because I already spoke on that, but the offense was pretty good. The offense was good for the most part. First half, third quarter, but Gaddis never really adjusted. He had some mistakes like running Shea in the red zone twice when you got a 6'4" dude taller than everybody, and if you throw it up to him, he comes down with it or gets pass interference. He should have threw it up to Nico a couple times, and he failed to do that in the red zone. We got conservative in the red zone a couple times. You can't have that. Now, also, when they started to key in on what we were doing, we should have started running more screens and things like that. And he failed to do that. I didn't see any screens the whole game. We just kind of tried to keep doing the same thing. OSU made adjustments and we didn't. But let's see. Running back. Charbonnet missed a couple holes when he got in. He only had like 4 carries. Haskins played good for what he can do, but he's just not fast enough. We need a fast back. I think Christian Turner is the fastest back we have, but he fumbled it early in the season multiple times. So he didn't get to play. He's at the bottom of the depth chart. So next year, True will be gone, so it'll be Haskins, Charbonnet, and Turner if he doesn't transfer. But we need a complete back. That's what we're missing. Just like OSU has Dobbins, he can pass block, catch out of the backfield. He's fast enough to take it 40, 50 yards, if not 60 or 70 if he catches the right break. But he's a complete back. Power, quickness, all of it. We don't have a complete back. Harbaugh gets these workhorses, but the game isn't played like 1990 and all that. You need a back that's fast. You need to be able to get explosive plays from in this day and age, quarterback, running back, receivers. All of them need to be able to take it to the house. You need at least one guy that can do that. And we're missing that. So that's just what it is on offense. And a lot of people are calling for Harbaugh's head. I'm not even going to get into Harbaugh's head because they're not going to do it. They're not finna fire Harbaugh. So it is what it is. So Harbaugh has to maximize his assistant coaches. And that's why Don Brown has to go. Harbaugh, I know you like him or whatever, but he's holding the teams back. Whether we have a good offense, and I said this, you can't beat OSU with a good offense and a bad defense or vice versa. You have to have good offense, good defense. You have to have both. We had a pretty good offense against them, but the defense was horrible. They didn't give you a chance to win. because they have a great defense. So you can't, you need good on both sides. So that just Don Brown, he does it every year. Every year he gets exposed against good teams. Penn State this year, Wisconsin this year, OSU this year, Notre Dame last year, Ohio State last year. We get happy, and this is how he fools us. We catch Penn State last year in a down year. Penn State wasn't good last year. You dominated Michigan State last year. This year they're not good. You get Wisconsin last year. Wisconsin wasn't good last year. Do you see? So we got people saying, "Oh, Don Brown." Why do y'all want to have loyalty to dudes like they're bigger than the program? But all we preach is the team, the team, the team. He isn't good. Stop with the team. The team comes before everybody else. Don Brown's not getting it done. He builds up great numbers off of bad teams. So when we play good teams, he gets exposed. He needs to go. It's not that hard. Harbaugh ain't going nowhere. That's why I'm not going to preach on Harbaugh leaving. Now we get to the recruits. So the recruits. People are saying we don't have the recruits and everything. And before I even get into recruits, let's talk about this. I've seen Michigan State beat OSU, win Big Ten titles, go to the playoff while OSU was good. When you don't have the recruits at top-notch level, then it becomes coaching. I've seen Chris Peterson take Boise State to a BCS game and beat Oklahoma with Adrian Peterson. Coaching is, when you don't have the top talent and top recruits, it's amazing what coaching will do. Great coaching will do. So you can get 3 stars. You coach them up. You develop them. And then on the field, coaching. See, Don Brown's scheme won't get you there. Especially with 4-star talent. Maybe 1 5-star and a lot of 3 stars. It ain't going to get you there. He puts too much pressure on your secondary. He puts too much pressure on the safeties and corners to be NFL corners. And you're just not going to have NFL talent corners every year. Because some of them, even if they will be in the future, they're going to be young. This is college. You can't do that. So if you think Don Brown should stay, you lost. You're lost. You got problems right now, bro, if you thinking Don Brown should stay. But back to the recruits. You got to coach them up, all that. But we got a problem here at Michigan by playing dudes that are seniors and all that. That's a problem. Just think if Josh Ross didn't get hurt, Cam McGrone would have been on the bench. So that tells you something right there. Then a dude like Haskins, they were trying to flip-flop him back to, they had him on the defense, then put him on the offense, back to the offense. He's our best running back right now. So just think if we didn't have Haskins, our running game would be, it's really non-existent. So, and that goes to why when people say the coaches know better with the quarterback and all that, that's why I don't buy into it. Because the coaches didn't even see how good Cam would have been. Cam had the most tackles yesterday. He made some bonehead mistakes, but he still had the most tackles. This will tell you if you had how good your defense played when you look at tackles. Cam had 6 tackles. I think Glasgow had 3. Everybody else had like 2 tackles. That basically says y'all not making tackles. If you're not making tackles, they scoring touchdowns. But some of the coaches and stuff, they don't know how to find talent. Like they'll see talent and not see it for what it really is because of practice or whatever. They just don't see it. They don't understand how much speed kills. They don't understand this stuff. And that holds us back. Just like with a player like Milton or Dylan. We gonna see. Now Dylan has the tools, but he's frail. You got a dude like Joe, built like a Mack truck. I wonder who's gonna be able to last the season. Who's gonna be able to body dudes trying to tackle him and give him a little okie doke? It's obvious to most of us, but our coaches, they don't understand that stuff. And I like Dylan, but if I'm gonna pick Joe, because he's a freak of nature. You don't get 6'5" dudes like that have a cannon, and you don't find that, and have agility. You don't see that every day. When you do, he's usually the starting quarterback. Indiana, they had a junior quarterback in Ramsey. They set him down because the freshman had the potential. The young dude has more potential. We don't do that stuff. We don't sit down older players and older players. We let them play just because they've been there. Just because they've been on the team for 3 and 4 years. We play them instead of playing a young dude with a higher ceiling. We don't do that. So all this stuff comes into it. And also, you got dudes that they want it so bad that Ohio State was doing stuff to stay disciplined. They were always doing this. They were always like, you know what I'm saying? Our dudes are doing the extra stuff. Hitting on the sideline, lining up off sides, looking in the backfield when it's your zone. All the little stuff you need to do to win a game like this. OSU was doing them. They could have did all that stuff and still won. But yet, we have the small margin of error and we're doing the stuff, which makes us not have a chance. That goes on to Harbaugh. Defense, Harbaugh don't coach the defense. That's Don Brown. So I can't talk about Harbaugh and the defense. He's not the defensive coordinator. How can I blame him for the defense? He's not the defensive coordinator. Now I can blame him. I can blame him for not firing Don Brown last year. He should have been fired last year. Now, if you don't fire him this year, then you just lost Harbaugh. You find different ways to be stubborn. You find a different way every year to be stubborn. You brought in the offense. It took a long time to click with Gaddis, but it started to click. And the way it was rolling at first against Ohio State, those are all good things. But now you have to realize your defense. And this is another reason why Don Brown has to go. The Viper is a gimmick scheme. It's time to get away from that. Get back to a regular 4-3 defense. Get back to prototypical size guys. You're running the Viper with a DB. Unless that DB is Jabril Peppers, a 5-star, it ain't gonna cut it. Even then, get back to having three real linebackers. Not a Khalil Hudson who's 220. That's safety size. And this is a problem right here. Just to get to a linebacker, almost a linebacker size, which he's not. He packed on so much weight. Watch Khalil Hudson run. He's waddling because he has so much weight on him that he's added in agility. When you gain weight and gain too much muscle, you lose agility. Same with Glasgow. When you put on all that weight and muscle, you lose agility. So you've taken small dudes, added all that weight, and it's a problem. I'm not sure how you let I'm not sure how you let the defensive line get so small. I'm not sure how you didn't have D tackles waiting in the wings with size. You played the young dudes yesterday that are 300 pounds. Well, it says they're 300 pounds. They really don't. They don't look like they're 300. But how did you manage? You could have been playing them all year. You chose not to. Were you trying to keep their red shirt? What were you doing? I don't know. I don't know why the young dudes weren't getting prepped and ready to go by the time we play Ohio State. But all these are questions. I don't have the answer for them. I'm just talking. I don't got the answer for all of them. I'm just on here ranting and talking about the stuff that I'm seeing. But Don Brown has to go. I'm not sure who we should get as a defensive coordinator. Y'all can put it in the comments and I'll look it up and we can discuss it on a live or whatever. But I'm not sure. But he has to go. That's the number one thing this offseason. He has to go. Recruits and all that stuff, it's not a quick fix. Getting recruits steadily that are 4 and 5 stars isn't a quick fix. You have to win to start getting those dudes. To consistently get 5 stars and 4 stars and have barely any 3 stars, you have to win. So recruits isn't a quick fix. But fixing what Don Brown is doing, that bull, that's a quick fix. See ya, buddy. You don't scare nobody, bro. Your scheme is a gimmick. And it amazes me that people want to ride with Don Brown. Like, it amazes me that fans it's not his fault. He gave up 60 last year. Honestly, he gave up 56 last year because Olave took a punt return back, or somebody took a blocked a punt and they took it to the house. So he really gave up 56 this year, 56 last year. You can't win like that against them. They are going to always have a good or great defense. So our defense has to slow their offense down. Like, you don't give us a chance. Even if we could run the ball somewhat, it wouldn't have mattered because we're getting behind. Because y'all never stopped them. They punted once, I think. Maybe twice. And then Khalik on the bonehead play. So this is my last thing. Who are the leaders? Who are the leaders on the team? Especially on defense. Metellus, Hudson. They played the worst games. Your leaders played the worst. Aiden Hutchinson besides that bonehead play, he balled out, sophomore. McGrone, but both of them made unsportsmanlike, just dumb mistakes. They're young, but they still had the most tackles and made the most plays. That's on the seniors to say, come on, we don't do that. Come here, young fella, we don't do that. We don't do that here, bro. We're going to win the right way. They can't even look up to y'all because y'all making bonehead plays yourself. Y'all making bonehead sophomore mistakes. These McGrone and Hutchinson, they making plays but doing unnecessary stuff. Y'all just making bonehead plays and y'all getting burnt. I can accept the sophomores making doing stuff because they don't have the leadership on the field telling them, no, we don't do that. Kemp is a captain, and you out there tying a shoe with a sophomore helping you. Now, I can see Aiden doing that, and then Kemp, come on, bro, we don't do that. We don't win like that. We ain't got to do that. That's going to hurt us. But I got Kemp, I got Kemp, Metellus, and Hudson making bonehead plays. Y'all doing bonehead stuff. Y'all the old heads. Y'all the seniors. Y'all ain't supposed to be doing that stuff. Y'all supposed to be the ones showing them the way, leading. But instead, we got Cam and Hutchinson. They making the most plays. Sophomores. They making the most plays. Now, I will say, in the future, I see Aiden, McGrone, Dax Hill, maybe even Vincent Gray. I see all of them as top, I see at least those three, Aiden, McGrone, and Dax. I see first-round picks in the future. They're all young. And Vincent Gray, maybe even a top pick if he keeps developing. But all our older dudes, Kemp, no show. Metellus, no show. Hudson, no show. Bonehead plays. Lavert Hill getting chances to drop to catch a pick. It looked like you got bricks in his hands. Like you trying to knock a pick down. Those are 4 seniors. 4 seniors. So that's just the difference. We got dudes out there being undisciplined. Even if you even if you got young, I expect the young dudes to do that. To do bonehead stuff and, Cam getting mad and hitting a guy on the side. I expect a young dude to do that. But I expect seniors to play like seniors. Don't make mistakes. When you're a senior, you shouldn't be making mistakes. Not consistently, especially not bonehead plays and coverage and all that. Hudson, you lining up offsides. Come on, bro. You a senior. How are you lining up offsides on a punt? All you have to do is look over and see where the ball is. If your head is where the ball is, you're offsides. Come on. It's just a lot of stuff, y'all. And this is what I said this before. When you haven't beat somebody in so long, it just gets harder and harder because the margin of error is so small, and you want to beat them so bad that you make mistakes, and they don't make mistakes. So this all of that comes into what happened yesterday. If it wasn't Don Brown, and it started even after from our first touchdown, we missed the PAT. Why? Because we're trying to get cute and do some dumb stuff on a PAT. And if you look at it, the play clock was going down, and Nordine saw it at the last second, and that's why he missed the kick. Because we're trying to do some cute little fluff stuff. Just kick the field goal. Kick the extra point. It started from then. We always trying to get cute. We always trying to get cute at the wrong time. We'll call the same plays, like the Shea play. We don't trust a player. We don't trust our players that are balling. Like 4th down. Why are you bringing Shea off the field when Shea's been playing well? You put Haskins on the field, a sophomore, like he's got the best vision in the world. None of our running backs have great vision right now. That's just a fact. So you bringing him off, you taking Shea off the field when he's playing well on 4th and 2, when you can call a pass and he might have a running lane and can just go run and get the 2 yards. So you're making us you're limiting our options to just a run when you could have did run or pass. You keep Shea on the field. 4th down, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Right now, at that moment, Shea was our best player. A senior. It's just dumb. It's just dumb, y'all. Like, mistakes on the defensive mistakes are just through the roof. Don Brown has to go. Gaddis can improve in time. This was his first year as a play caller. So I expect him to be better. Harbaugh, you got to get this undisciplined and all this stuff. You got to get that under control, because that's you. That reflects you. I know Harbaugh ain't getting fired, so I ain't finna get on here and rant about him getting fired. It's just a waste of my breath. But Don Brown, he got to go. Gaddis is straight. Harbaugh, the undisciplined mistakes and trying to ride with seniors, you got to get over that. You got to get over that, trying to ride with these seniors and stuff. You just got to get over it. But that's all I got, y'all. I just wanted to talk about the game some more. Hopefully, we don't have as many OSU trolls on this video, but it is what it is. As always, like, share, subscribe. I will be, I'll probably go live sometime this week. I'm not sure when. The audio will be on Anchor. If you want to drop a donation, feel free. But as always, go blue.